Well, one thing that always comes up is that I think there's such a great freedom, and maybe there's a great freedom in playing any character, but some of these characters specifically having a great deal to do with their vast intelligence and their field of study and their awkwardness in the world, especially like Sheldon can be so. Whereas that could seem to kind of box you into something, I think it opens up, though, for us a tremendous amount of freedom, because who are we to say at any point he wouldn't do that? Well, I don't know what he would do. You know what I mean? They say he'll do this, well, then I'm willing to try that. I think that he really might do that. You know, he's a genius. I don't know how somebody like that acts. He's a bit of a freak, so I don't know how, you know, any reaction is possible as far as that goes. And that's one of the most fun things about this whole process for 3 years now, has been that going, if you say so, I'm willing to go with it too.
Given how kind of like identified you are with this character, I was wondering if we could talk a bit about, you know, how you first came to it. Like, you know, what were your impressions, you know, when your agent sent you the script for this character who's...
As much as anything, I simply took to the rhythm of his speech. I really liked the way he tried to communicate with other people. I really liked the convoluted, awkward way in which he tried to make a point. You know, it was a harrowing audition for that very reason, because it was so, you know, it gets easier as you do it a little bit, but it's not very naturalistic speak. And so it was hard to get ready for the audition, but I really worked at it because something in it connected, and not storyline, although I didn't have a problem with it, but I don't even remember what I thought about the whole pilot. I don't remember what I thought about any other character in it or whatever. I just simply knew there was something about the way this guy talked that I enjoyed and wanted to do, and felt that I didn't know what they were looking for exactly, but I really thought that I should be in a final group of 5 or whatever that they were considering. It sounds so conceited. I don't think it is. It's really just kind of knowing, you know, let me say the other side of that coin is that this is probably the 20th pilot I'd gone in for that year, and, you know, most of those were, I could maybe make that fit. Yeah, I could see I could do that, you know. So to find one, that's how rare it is. You know, it was 1 out of 20 that you looked at and went, yes, this I can see. And luckily they did too. I grew up watching so many sitcoms. You know, they were rerun when that was my first interest, you know. And the reason I say that is because in some ways, many sitcoms in general are my idol. Very specifically, 2 people that come up. One I still remember the feeling of, and one I'm confused by. Although I still get it, and that sounds bad. I'll just say it. I was obsessed with Mork, from Mork and Mindy. This is a slightly confusing one for me. Like, I had like a full-on birthday party, wore suspenders, everything. And I love Robin Williams. I don't know what the hell was so appealing about Mork and Mindy. But I really took to it. So in a weird subconscious way, I know that Robin Williams from back then is somewhere in there. The other one that I can just remember how I felt exactly was watching reruns of Three's Company with John Ritter. You know, I didn't even look at that and think that's what I want to do or whatever. It was just an innate understanding of what was going on there. I totally got, on some level, in my young age, what was happening there. And the other one I always think of, and because I still love it, is I was I think too young to be so taken with the Mary Tyler Moore Show reruns. And I still am, but now what I got back then that, you know, I don't think I was precocious, but there was something I was identifying with, the structure to that show and the depth of emotion in a scene in the middle of all that comedy, you know. It's rare that a show's able to do that, but there was something about the rhythm of that. There was something about the whatever that's just, you know, I don't know. It
stayed with you.
It stayed with me, and it informed me, and it doesn't die. There, you know what I mean? That doesn't change. The essential human rhythm of conversation relating to each other that funny comes out of. That just highlighted that.